Hello students, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to deal with the heap management. The objective of this session is we are going to understand the concept of heap and how it is going to manage. That means how the memory is allocated and deallocated in heap. Come to the heap. Heap is used to allocate the memory dynamically. That means when the program is going to be execution time, at that time it may be allocate or deallocate the memory. That means this is the dynamic memory allocation. Come to the logical address space of data. So this is represents the heap. That means if our program consists a n number of dynamic memory allocations, that means in the execution time, if you are going allocate the memory dynamically, this heap is increasing. Okay, so it occupies the free blocks of memory. Okay, so there are n number of problems are associated with the static allocation. So we are going for the dynamic allocations. Okay, here we are going to deal with the memory manager. Okay, this is assigned by the operating system. It is going to deal with two basic functions known as allocation and deallocation. Suppose if it is the static allocation, okay, so the size of memory is fixed for any data. But in the dynamic memory allocation, it may be allocate and deallocate depend upon the user need. For the basic example, if I am using an array, while execution is going on, if I need 5 more blocks of memory, then by using the allocation, I can allocate the memory for me. The second example is if I have 100 blocks of memory with me, but I used only 5 blocks. So the remaining 95 blocks are wasted. So the memory manager deallocates these 95 blocks of memory. Okay, so by this allocation and deallocation, the program execution and performance is increased. Okay, come to the properties of the memory manager. The properties of the memory manager are, first one is space efficiency. That means it minimizes the heap space required by a program. That means depend upon the user's need only, it is going to allocate some memory. Okay, and after the use, if it is the memory, if the allocated memory is not utilized, it is going to be deallocated. Okay, then the program efficiency. What is program efficiency? It's the better use of program to run faster using less memory. For example, if we want to differentiate the structure and union, in structure, for every data type we declared the memory is allocated, but in union the memory is allocated for the maximum declared data type. Okay, suppose if I declare the maximum type is 10 bytes, that 10 bytes data only is used by the all the members of the union. But in the structure, if I declare 4 types, for these 4 types also the memory is allocated. Of course, this is maybe not the suitable example for the dynamic memory allocation, but this is suitable for the using of less memory. And come to the last one, low overhead. What is meaning of low overhead? So allocation and deallocation should be efficient. That means if I need a block of memory, contiguous block of memory, it has to be allocated contiguously, and after the execution, if any portion is not used, we are going to deallocate it. And we have to discuss about the memory hierarchy also. What is the memory hierarchy? The first one is the cache memory. Okay, then the main memory, and the maybe the virtual memory. So here the cache memory is between the main memory and the CPU. If a data is frequently used, they are to be placed in the cache memory. Here the cache also may be furtherly divided into two, cache 1 and cache 2. The more frequently used data is placed in cache 1 and the less frequently used data is stored in cache 2. Then if I want to execute a program, initially the program is resides in the hard disk. So when the time of execution, it must be loaded into the main memory. Okay, already we discussed the representation of main memory. So that the main memory is divided into two parts. The first one is the operating system, second one is the user space. So if I want to execute any program, all such programs are must be located in this user space. For example, if I have a program in C language, for that particular program, if compilation is completed, if I want to execute such program, a block of memory is allocated for that particular program, and such block of memory may be divided into the logical address space. Okay, actually the memory is not going to divide, but we are representing the in the form of logical address space, which consists the heap and stack data structures. Okay, depend upon the need, it is going to allocate the memory in stack, or depend upon the need, it is going to allocate the memory in the heap. So this is comes under the static, and this is comes under dynamic allocation. Of course, here also the memory is allocated in the dynamically when there is a function or procedure called stack is utilized. When we are going to dealing with the dynamic memory concept, the heap is going to be used. Okay, and now let us discuss the advantages of the heap. Already we learned heap is mainly used in the dynamic memory allocations. So if it is dynamic, we may allocate or deallocate the memory. If it is the static allocation, so here let us take another example. If this is an array, if the data is 1 2 3 4 5, if I want to insert one more data element here, so all these data is to be transferred to the next block. If there is a additional block is there, then this is to be transferred to this, and this is to this, and this is to this, and this to it to here, and now I can insert my new item. If data is additional data is not there, then what will happen? If I want to insert my new data here, so this is vanished, and in the place of 5 I can write 4, in the place of 4 3, in the place of 3 2, in the place of 2 I can write 10. But you can clearly observe now the previous data is not existed. Okay, so come to the heap. We can deal this heap by using the linked list concept. And there is no need of the contiguous memory allocation for this linked list. If I want to increment or if I want to insert one more element here, so no need to move all these elements side by side. Simply you can create one more node and create the link from 1 then to 2. You can create the or you can insert the data here. So here to insert operation we have to perform n number of shift operations, or if the data is like this, if I want to perform search operation also, we have to go for checking 1 2 3 4 5 like that. If it is the dynamic memory allocation, if you are using the linked list concept, by using the pointers we can move very fastly and the search is very efficient. Okay. Next, if I want to delete some data, after deleting I have to move all such data to here. That means here also the cost is more. If it is the dynamic memory, so no need to move all the data, simply create the link from 1 to 3. Okay, so these are the advantages of heap memory allocation. And come to the summary. Here we learned what is the heap memory management and how we are going to allocate and deallocate the memory for this particular heap. When the program is in runtime, we are going to assign some memory depend upon the need of the user, and if there is no need of the memory, we are going to deallocate such memory. That means we are freed such memory. That freed memory can be used by another program. Okay, thank you.